got a new album from Drake and Partynextdoor called Some Sexy Songs for You. It dropped on Valentine's Day. Obviously, them boys been making some noise with this album. This is the first, I guess, official release from Drake post-battle. Obviously with P&D, but I think with the album selling 250 units first week, I think it's safe to say that, like, hey, it probably isn't the strongest showing from a sales standpoint, but Drake is still him, guys, musically. He still garners the attention. I'm going to kick this over to you first, though, man. Q, what'd you think of that album? Was it good? Was it bad?
Whew.
Are you indifferent about it?
Loaded question.
Talk to me.
It's in that weird place where I don't think it's that bad as people are saying online it is.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think it's that great. I think it's a good album.
Okay.
I think it's a good album, but for you, it's about perspective. Like, you go into the album expecting a certain thing. Like, for me, I went into that album expecting R&B music, and I got R&B music. You know, Drake did hit us with a couple rap joints, you know, Brian Still and Give Me a Hug, you know. But for the most part, it's R&B heavy, Partynextdoor type of R&B music. And, you know, I thought there was some spots in the album that they got creative and things like that. But overall, I don't really love the reception. You mentioned something offline. You said, I feel like they're nitpicking Drake. That's what you said, right?
I did say that.
And I fully believe that's the case here. Is the album great in terms of like the singing performances that we get from both? Not really. I mean, Drake is still doing the same one tone type singing that he's been doing, but
very monotone.
Very monotone. I think
no range as a vocal.
Is that
not a lot of range.
I mean,
yeah.
However, unbelievable song at the end. Greedy. Oh my God, that's like one of the best R&B Drake songs I've ever heard in my life. And then, you know, it grew on me. Spider-Man, Superman, that grew on me too.
Fire.
I love that joint.
That
grew on me.
People were clowning that joint when it dropped. I'm like, what are y'all hearing?
It's tight.
This is fire.
But, you know, they really tried a bunch of different cool, unique things.
Yes.
That I think you got to take some time to really appreciate. Also, another thing about that album, you had to listen to the lyrics. Like, that was one of the R&B albums where I think it was like heavy on the lyrics as opposed to the musicality. Like, there's a bunch of things that they're saying on there that's like, wow, that's deep. Wow, that's playa. Wow, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, Partynextdoor on one of the songs said something about your man was on his face or something like that. I was like, yo, that's crazy.
You mean the tattoo
that's
on the girl's
wild.
body? You talking about that line?
No. It was
another line. He was hitting it from the back, and then like he was staring at
just wild.
The face of the dude on her body. Yeah.
But they were saying wild stuff. But I'm like, it's very lyrical heavy. You got to listen to it. But how about this? This is what people need to start saying.
Go ahead.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I enjoyed listening to that album.
Okay.
It's an enjoyable album.
Yeah.
Is it great? No. Is it bad? No. It's enjoyable.
I like that.
Even though it was made for women.
Allegedly, which I'm gonna have you expound on because that's something that you have a problem with.
Crazy.
Look, I thought the album. I mean, I agree with most of what you're saying. I thought the album was good. I thought it was good. Like, my thing is this: if you're a Drake fan, you're gonna like this album because this is what Drake's been doing. Mm-hmm. You know, if anything, he's probably actually never gone this angle on a complete body of work where it was like mostly moody, vocal, you know, vocally driven songs. Mm-hmm. He's never done this like throughout the, you know, the majority of an album.
Yeah.
Now, with that being said, I think if you're a Drake album, you'll like this. If you're not a Drake fan, I guess you're going to hate it like you probably hate everything else that he does. There's a lot of songs I really came out with, and I think if you listen to this with an open ear, like for me, I did, man, there was a bunch of joints I rocked with, man. First listen, man, Deeper, the solos track with Partynextdoor, fire.
I like Deeper.
Bruh. Greedy, like you said.
Love Greedy.
God.
Love Greedy.
Dude, Nokia.
Nokia's fun. Nokia's fun.
That's the other thing. By the way, I'm a balanced Drake critic, if you will, excuse me. Mm-hmm. Because critique is not a thing, right? Dude, I was one of them people when his last album dropped, For All the Dogs, I said, this is trash. Get this out of here. You know why? Because I felt like a lot of the songs were lazy. The presentation of the music was just rinse and repeat. We've seen this before. Nothing special to see here, guys. Now, a lot of people are saying that about this new album, and I just disagree. I think we got some efforts on this from an artist performance standpoint. Like you said, the lyricism, even just what he did on Nokia, what he did on Die Trying. We've never seen Drake attempt a Die Trying.
Yeah.
We've never seen that.
Yeah.
I'm happy that Drake's experimenting on certain pockets. That's actually what I think we've all been crying for Drake to do for the longest. You know what I'm saying? So, again, obviously people going to talk about Give Me the Hug and all the other joints that's going viral. Great songs, I guess, you know. I rock with it. That's the best rap performance, in my opinion, on the album.
Yes.
Really the only one he was really rapping on.
Yeah.
I think this is a Brian Still was like a melodic, Lil Yachty kind of flow, if you will.
Yeah.
Dude, I like this album, man. This album's good. And it's so good, I saved a lot of songs. I got like 10 to 12 songs I saved from this album. That, to me, tells me everything I need to know as far as how I feel.
Well, let me put on
very good album.
Let me put on my nitpicking
I actually
hat.
say very good. I think it's a very good album.
There was a couple people. So let's debunk some of the things that people were saying online. One of the things that was said is the album is too long. I fully agree with that. I fully agree. I thought the album was 21 songs.
21 songs.
Like 21 of that. Like, I don't know if I can stomach 21. And granted, like you said, there were some rap songs and stuff like that. But 19 R&B songs.
They could have cut out a few.
Like, I think if you cut it, maybe it's a 14, 15. I agree with that.
Hold on. Can I say something real quick on that? That's another critique that's starting to bother me. I'm seeing people use that as a canned response.
Yes.
Like they don't. When people say it, it's become so cliche. Oh, the album's too long. Bro, some of the best. 50 Cent's Get Rich or Die Trying was 17, 18, 19 songs. Like, the fact that the album's long
it's
is
not the fact
a
that the
critique
album
to
is
me.
long, but the fact that I don't know if people want to hear 17, 19 of those R&B type songs from them. I just don't think that.
Okay.
But, like, you know,
Fair enough.
like you said, there's albums that are long.
There's a ton of albums that we
that's
all
critique,
love that's
you know,
long, but okay.
That's one of the critique.
Yeah.
Charlemagne said that it sounded like AI R&B music. That's what he said, right? That's one I don't necessarily agree with, right? There is spots. Don't get me wrong.
That's funny.
There are spots where the album does feel a little stale. I will say,
Yeah.
does feel a little robotic. But like I said, you got to pay attention to the words. You got to kind of pay attention to the moments that they were being experimental.
Absolutely.
They weren't really formulaic at all, which that's something that we got to appreciate. When an artist is not formulaic, we got to call that out. We got to appreciate that. Their songs were not structured like your traditional R&B songs.
100% agree with that. I want to add on one for me. One critique of the album that was just kind of baffling me was people saying that, like, all of a sudden everyone has critique about Drake's singing voice. Like, all of a sudden, like, he hasn't been giving us singing records for 15 years now.
Yeah.
Like, I understand it. Like, yes, we've never seen a full-length project with him approaching an album from this standpoint, but, like, I just feel like that's such a bad faith critique of Drake.
Yeah.
Like, I've never heard that as a loud critique until now. Oh, Drake's voice is not that great. Huh? So what? He's not Brian McKnight. We get it. But, like, it works over these beats, in my opinion.
It works.
It works a lot of the time.
And I don't think he considers...
Like a Raining in Houston, Raining in Houston. I thought that was a very good vocal performance from Drake. Greedy. You know what I mean?
He gets by. You know what I'm saying? He gets by as a singer.
But since when was that
Which that's
good
fine.
enough?
Which I think is fine.
Yeah.
I think he gets by. There's a bunch of people that get by as singers. Baby Drum gets by as a singer. You know what I
His
mean?
name's Shelby now.
Oh, is he? Shelby. And then lately I've been hating people saying albums are for women. Like there was a tweet that allegedly came from Partynextdoor.
Yeah,
Did
that
you
was
see
fake.
That tweet?
That was fake.
It was fake, right?
Yeah.
They still
That was fake.
is my guy. I said that
was a funny.
That was funny as hell.
It was funny.
That tweet, right? But I do feel I'm seeing that people defending this album are saying it wasn't made for men. It was made for women. What the hell does that mean? Like, so I can't critique an album made for women?
I'm gonna be honest
what?
with you. I'm gonna be honest with you.
You're like, don't nitpick the album. It's not for men. Like, what?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna need you and everybody else to keep the same energy.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I've been saying. When a Meg Thee Stallion drops an album and I say, yo, this shit's trash. Not all of her music. I'm not saying all of the music trash, but like if I reserve the right to say this is not a good album, you know what I'm met with? Oh, the music's not for you. It's for women.
I don't like.
I hate when people say that.
Yeah, but you can still critique it.
I agree.
Like,
but what I'm saying is people will be mad at like somebody voicing their opinion saying they don't like something.
But if a
and meet
woman,
it with you're not a woman, you won't understand the music.
But if
I don't like that response.
Mind you, here's
I don't like
the
that
funny
response.
thing though. Here's the
music is music.
Here's the funny thing. That would be like a woman critiquing Megan Thee Stallion's music and saying it's not for you. Like Drake and Partynextdoor are talking about smashing women.
Yes.
They're men, right?
Yes.
So shouldn't men be listening to this music and actually enjoying it? Like, I don't understand.
Absolutely.
Like, okay, Megan Thee Stallion, if you saying like, you know, Megan, they didn't make the music for you, which is true. Okay, you're a guy. Megan's a woman. Like,
okay.
So I just feel like, you know, it's because unbelievably, Cash Cobain said the same thing. Cash Cobain said, "Yo, I know y'all don't like my album, but I didn't make it for y'all. I made it for women." Like, what? Like, either the music is good or it's not. Can we remember in episode 100? I said, can we stop this? Can we stop this? Oh, you know, it's opinionated. Oh, it's this. Negro.
Oh, the caveats.
Is the music good or not?
Oh, there's people
or
be making.
Nah.
Yeah, people make a lot of caveats and excuses.
Stop with the damn.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
I made it for women. What are you talking about? Is the music good or not, bro?
I mean, but let's also be clear. And last thing I'll say is let's be clear. There is a such thing as making music for a certain demographic.
Of course,
that makes sense.
100%.
I just reject the idea that like everybody can't.
I can't listen to.
Everybody can't have an opinion, or they can't resonate with something on the album.
Am I not supposed to listen to the album? Am I not supposed to listen to Adele
and also
Beyonce?
And also, they're saying women. If you listen, this tells me people don't listen to music. They don't truly listen to lyrics. They don't listen.
They don't.
Because how the hell can you come out of that album and say this is only for women?
Cut it out.
It's nonsense.
Cut it out.
Listen to the full episode. Link below.